Topics with Downtown Durham Incorporated. We're standing here with Diana Dio at Dos Perros on Friday, what is this, August the 7th, opening night for a private party and friends and family night. So we're going to take a tour of the space, and I'll turn it over to Diana.
Thank you. So this is where we walk in. This is the bar. It's probably one of the coolest bars, I think, in the Triangle, I'm going to have to say. But this part of the building is actually added on. The original building, where the dining room and the kitchen and the legendary speakeasy downstairs was built around 1910. This part was added on. And the reason I point that out is because if you see, when we walk around to the other side of the bar, you can see an exterior wall. And that wall actually has writing on it that was probably put there around the 30s. And from as far as we can tell with research, it says family owned for 23 years. And that was the Rogers brothers, the Rogers Pharmacy, that originally occupied this building. So we tried to preserve as much of the historical integrity of this building as we can. The beams are exposed. We did that intentionally. We exposed the brick. If you come around, you can see the brick. All that is intentional. And the unique part about keeping the historic, well, the original pieces is that we also tried to make this building LEED certified, which means we wanted to accommodate what we could to address environmental sustainability issues. So, LEED is a national certification where you want to get, gold, platinum certification. So this building will probably be certified silver, which means we've done a lot of different little upfits to it to make it silver certified. One of the things we've done out back is we've installed geothermal heating and cooling, which means we've got water pumped in from 1,500 feet down, circulating, cooling the building, and then it's going to be heating the building too. So it saves about 30% on all the heating and air conditioning, which is really cool when you're also trying to preserve, the history of the building at the same time.
Great. And what's the story on the bar, if you don't mind me asking? I mean, it's a great bar.
What about the bar?
Just what kind of wood is it? And whose
I'm
idea
Charlie
was this
about
one?
the wood. Don Tice was our architect, and he designed the jagged nature of the bar. But we wanted something that's going to be inviting, but also kind of hip at the same time. And we worked with the same people who actually put in our, what do you call this here? This hardwood kind of thing in the kitchen. So there's a hardwood store in Gibsonville that we work with.
Great.
The Butcher Block element. So yeah, it was designed, we can fit probably about 30 people back here.
Great.
Look at the chairs and our little bar nook back here as well.
Oh yeah, that's
This isn't finished yet. We have cushions coming that you can lean against, but this is for drinks and right. Because we try to drop the ceiling back here to create that sense of intimacy.
Right.
And of course, all the vintage Mexican posters are real. Gotta make sure you get that.
Of course. No kids.
And Charlie actually built all of the furniture in this room.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And he laid the floor tiles. Charlie, what's the wood? Maple. Okay, maple. Oh, he did design it. Okay.
Pretty much just him. But this is, so it's, we're actually going to be, I'm building a host stand out of the same, we had somebody else put together another butcher block, so we're going to totally sort of a mirrored effect. And that's, hopefully we'll have that done on Sunday.
Yeah,
so,
it's great.
Progress.
Good. Good.
Yeah, and all the exposed stuff.
Well, I mean, it looks great in here.
These are the original Dos Perros, so we can, while you're waiting for a bathroom to open up, you can take a look, and there's little Nikki and there's little Alex, and that's the two of them together. They're the namesake of our restaurant. And then you have your dog cartoons while you're waiting for a bathroom to open up. I know, they're really good ones. I mean, this is like one of my favorites right here. Well, I think you're wonderful. Aww. Original tin ceiling. Tin ceilings were designed at the turn of the century to mimic the plaster ceilings of Victorian homes, I believe the Victorian homes. And so what they did is they decided they wanted something cheaper than that, and they wanted something more fire resistant and durable. So they pressed the tin, and these tin were probably made up in the Midwest and down. And believe me, they didn't look like this when we opened this building up. They were ratty. Charlie and I spent an entire Saturday. It was about 105 in here. We were up on the scaffolding with goggles and masks, scraping off about 100 years of lead paint off those things.
So how much of the work did you guys do yourself in here?
We did a lot of the work ourselves. I mean, certainly we had a great contractor, we had a great designer, but as I said, Charlie built the little bar nook. We put all these tables together. We restored some of the chairs. We took them out of they're all recycled chairs. Yeah, Charlie put in the floor. I think I said that. Any little detail that kind of the kitchen you put in. I mean, we did as much of it as we could to stay within a budget that we didn't.
Definitely
have.
Right.
So. Yeah.
Well, it looks great. I mean,
well,
fantastic. Definitely fantastic.
Come on downstairs.
Yeah, sure.
That?
I have.
I know you did
he has it. Yeah.
I don't know if you saw it.
Everybody else hasn't. No, I did not see it lit up.
So, legend has it, rumor has it that this was a speakeasy down here. I'd love to find some proof of that, but but can't refute it either if we haven't gotten the proof. So we're hoping to have business conferences down here, and we can because it has the TV. Widescreen TV that you can hook a PowerPoint presentation to up and anything else you need to use. So we've got it booked already for some business meetings, but we can also see the Duke UNC game going on down here.
Go Tar Heels. That's all I gotta say.
Maybe movie night,
yeah.
Right? We had movie night at Jujubee one night where we had a food movie that we kind of replicated as you sat there. So we might have some movie nights here too. Give me a second. And all of this is original, 100-year beings, 100-year-old beings.
Great.
So Charlie's very adamant about this restaurant is that it's the real stuff. It's real, beautiful food out of Mexico. You're not going to come here and find a burrito. You're not going to have a fajita on the menu. You go to Mexico City, they don't know what you're talking about when you order a burrito. This is the real stuff. Charlie's been reading cookbooks. This is his first love. We have jujube, that's the Asian food, but he's a California boy and grew up on the real food. And what we wanted to do was put that beautiful food in a beautiful atmosphere as opposed to fluorescent lighting and your spork, in a taqueria, because that's what people associate. That's the way people think Mexican food is. And it's delicious, but it can also be beautiful. And that's where we want to take this.
Well, good. Well, thank you for the interview. Thank Diana Dio. And the space is beautiful, and we're glad that you're opening here in downtown Durham.
Thanks.